Well, yeah.
And
Well,
we were
what
kind of getting into it. I remember
well, I was saying, so in Ireland they would say weed is a gateway drug, and I only remember there was a few people who smoke hash the odd time, which was like a block of stuff.
I've smoked hash before, yeah.
But I never. I was just like have a drink. But they would always say it's a gateway drug. But actually, most of my friends and people that I know from back home who never smoked weed ended up going on and doing ketamine. So it wasn't a gateway drug. They need no gateway to do a horse tranquilizer. Actually, I think they would have been better just smoking a bit of weed.
I think there just needs to be, and I'm not really, I'm not really reinventing the wheel here as far as freedom fighters for marijuana go when I say this, but there definitely needs to be a better discussion about drugs and drugs in your life. You know what I mean? Like it's like it I was saying this to you earlier, like if someone had just come up to me, and they did, actually, my dad did this, but now I'm figuring out, oh, this might be actually bad for me. Not because I think my dog might not be, we
didn't have that advert in Ireland.
So it's actually, because I've been talking about this ad in my act, and I asked somebody on stage from the crowd. I asked somebody in the crowd from the stage.
He's high right now.
I'm high right now. Have you seen this commercial? And he went, no, I saw the one with the boneless girl, which is another one. So there was like main ones that were like the ones I'm talking about on stage. There's a girl who's boneless. This is what I'm saying on stage basically is like all of the drug commercials always focused on what you doing the drugs, how that affected your family and friends, and not maybe why you're doing the drugs. They were never. It was never like that. It always made people who were into weed look bad. Like even there was one where this guy's like, hey, do you want to smoke weed? And the kid's like, I smoke fools like you on the b-ball court, and then like walks away. And it's like, dude, that's not a way to teach people how to say no.
Yeah.
You don't just immediately like be an asshole. You just go. What the kid should have said was like, nah, man, I don't smoke. Thank you though.
I want to be good at basketball.
I want to be good at basketball, or
You're
like
genuine.
not. You don't even have to say that. Or the one with the there's one where a lady is sitting on a couch, and there's another couch, and the lady on the other couch, there's two women. The lady on the other couch has no bones. She's melted. Now I get what they're saying, which is you smoke weed, you kind of become like a
Harry Potter thing where he loses his bones.
Yeah, basically. But like metaphorically, they're saying if you smoke weed, you'll become this like lazy kind of bucket of skin. Yeah. And they're interviewing the woman, and she's like, she's been like this ever since she started smoking weed. She doesn't want to do anything. Blah 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 blah, which is like all bullshit anyway. So that's one. There's one where it's like, just tell grandma that you couldn't hang out and have dinner because you were too busy to getting high and you forgot, which can happen. I do think that can happen, but why is the kid smoking weed? Why is when he gets a call from his mom and she says, hey, you got to go get dinner with grandma today. You haven't seen her in a while. Why is his first instinct to get high? Not, what is grandma thinking? You're not going to guilt me out of an addiction, you know? And then the other one I'm talking about is the dog one. So all of these there are all these commercials trying to guilt you out of doing drugs.
Yeah.
That never works.
The dog ad for the Irish listeners is just the dog was like, you don't care about me, you're getting high, you don't love me.
Yeah, that's the commercial.
It's a guilt, yeah. But what you're saying is there should be ads about like dealing more with social anxiety, it sounds like, or like I think a lot of it is with kids anyway. They just think it's cool and they smoke it, and then it becomes like a nice crutch if you're kind of like, and then I think that it's really important to have, like, especially as a teen, have those social anxieties, that like nervousness about being at parties because you get over it. I think if you're, but then again, in Ireland we drink, so.
But even when you're high and you're out parties, you might be like, whatever. But going back to what I'm saying is, if there was a drug commercial, maybe that said something like, look, try them, do your thing, maybe stay away from the heroin because that really does kill you. But try weed, do all of this, get this all out of your system, but don't make it your personality, and don't make it something you need to do. Because once you need something, whether it be weed, whether it be whatever, pussy, food, once you need that, I mean, we do need food, but you know what I'm saying. water. Once you do that, it will cripple you in life, and you won't live up to your potential.
Yeah.
You won't be able to do things, and it'll suck, and you will feel bad about yourself. And all of this. Now, if I was 17 years old, 14 through 25, if I saw a commercial like that, I would not even think twice of telling it to go fuck itself. You know what I mean? I would go, bullshit, keep smoking weed. I can do whatever I want while I'm high, and I can do it, haha, blah, blah, blah. But you don't know. There might be one person that it gets through to, and that's a fucking reasonable thing.
I don't agree with you.
Oh, yeah. I love it. Okay.
I'm so just for the listeners to see where I'm standing with it. I'm not pro weed. I'm not judgmental of like, if you want to do it, that's fine. Mm-hmm. If you're doing it every night, I'm not gonna date you because I hate when people aren't listening to me. I hate when people zone out, and I don't like when people are living up to their full potential. It would just irritate me if that was a partner. Yeah. If it's a friend, it's fine, not my problem. But even with you, I've been like, when you said there about stage, I made a mental note to be like, yeah, tell Brendan maybe next time don't get high before stage.
Don't get high before
because I care about you, and if it makes a difference, then that's something you need to cut out.
Yeah.
I also don't think you need to try everything. I think suggesting to try something is bad because I've never tried ketamine, and thank fuck, because you know, I was scared out of doing those stuff. There's mental health issues in my family. I don't want to be mental. Yeah. So, and a lot of these drugs, and people are like, but it opens up another side of your brain. You get to, and I'm like, I'm creative enough. I don't need to open up the side that makes me a psycho.
Of course.
So I just think that you don't need to try everything in life. I don't need to drive a motorcycle on one wheel. And I think if you know yourself that you're more susceptible to anxiety, or, you know, I have an addictive personality sometimes. So like if I buy a box of Pringles, it's gone in a second. I don't know when to stop. Sometimes with booze, I have to put in a very strict, because after the third drink, see you later, I'm dancing on that bar. So I just stick to 3 now if I can. My point is that I actually think that it shouldn't be this world now where we're like, oh no, it's fine. Yeah. And there's so many people with anxieties that they're not. I just think people should know that some people can do it and some people can't. And if you're a person who can't, or if you're a person who wants to work full time and do comedy at night, or do dancing or acting, or, you know, or you want to be present, I just think it's kind of, it stops you being present a lot of the time. Like, fair enough, if you're smoking it on the weekend instead of drinking, your friends are all out, you're having fun. But every night, and then some people will say, well, it helps me sleep. Okay, so you're smoking at 11 p.m. before you go to sleep. That's fine.
Maybe.
You're not missing out on a lot of, you know, you're not, or if you have Parkinson's, I totally understand how it can help medical. But saying like, oh, it's fine every single day, I don't think anything's fine. I don't think drinking every day is okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
so
just tell people you don't need to do it in excess.
Well, the advert, when you say try everything and you're saying like, let's get on their level, let's be genuine. I'm going to be devil's advocate here.
Okay.
There was an advert in Ireland that was, oh my God, it was so gruesome. It was about wearing your seatbelt, and in the car they crash and you see the one person not wearing a seatbelt hit someone's head into a window. Oh my God. Someone else. The one person's body managed to kill everybody, and the song was body to body, da, 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 we know how to rock your body. I can't sing, but
the body was able to kill people
because the one that was not seatbelted in, everybody else was seatbelted in, was the thing in the car. So even though I'm seatbelted in, you smash me with my head, it smashes me off the window. She kicks another one in. I'll show you the ad after. Maybe
I don't want to see
the
ad.
No, because you'll faint.
I'll faint.
It's just so gruesome. It stuck with me, and I have never not worn a seatbelt in a car.
Love it.
After that. So I think if you really give people the real thing, like, yes, look, for some of you it might be fine, but for other of you, if you have a history of mental health, it might lead to, and I remember my